Every trader's goal is to achieve greater success in the market. They want a greater level of consistency, more profits, more time for themselves to enjoy life. And these are very worthy goals, but very few traders are able to achieve them. And it's not because trading is a negative expectancy game. There's nothing about the game that makes it a negative expectancy proposition. It's really about how the trader approaches the market ultimately. So in this trading psychology lesson, we'll delve more into this. So every day, week, or months, you set profit goals for yourself. I'll earn X amount of money or profit. You set rules. I'll follow my trading strategy to a T. And you also set desires. I won't let my emotions cloud my better judgment. And yet somehow you never seem to achieve these objectives, even with the best of intentions, okay, and the best trading strategy. Somewhere down the line, you find a way to lose your stability of mind, and your plan goes out of the window. It's like living in the movie Groundhog Day. You relive the same stuff over and over and over again. But why is that? Why is consistency in the market so difficult? The truth is, you can't achieve success in trading without stepping into the next version of yourself. And this relates to a quote from Albert Einstein. We can't solve problems by using the same type of thinking we used when we created them. I'm sure you've heard of this quote before. And another variant of it is, what got you here won't get you there. And that makes complete sense if you think about it. How can you possibly expect to be successful in trading? How can you possibly expect to be successful in trading if you remain the same person that's generating the results that you're getting? Look, I'm not suggesting that you need to become a completely different person, but at the very least, some things got to change. In that case, your trading psychology has got to change. Okay? Your next level in your trading mastery journey will come with your next level of trading psychology. Now, what exactly do I mean by that? Well, you'll need to search within yourself and investigate the beliefs, the stories, and the patterns that are ingrained in you, right? The ones that make you the person you are today, but which don't serve you well in trading. I'm talking about things like the stubborn clinging to certainty. The reality of trading is that it doesn't give you the kind of security that you get with a time clock punching job. The market doesn't work like that. The market doesn't hand timely paychecks. It delivers rewards and bonuses to those that are proficient at strategic risk-taking. So clinging to certainty, that's one pattern that's holding you back in the market. Another pattern is the fear of failure. Failure is a critically important part of any successful life because that's how you grow, So when you fear to fail, you fail to reach your full potential as a person, but also as a trader. A third pattern that prevents you from being consistent in the market, from being profitable, is the inability to see your own biases. As a trader, you need a greater ability and readiness to see through your own bullshit, to see through your own illusions and delusions, and you need to be able to self-correct immediately, okay? Now, there are certainly other systems of beliefs and behavioral inclinations to discover about yourself, but those are the main ones, I would say, and those are the main ones that prevent you from being successful in the market. Now, here are some questions you can ask yourself to uncover what's holding you back as a trader. Number one, what are my biggest fears and doubts when it comes to trading. Number 2, am I being too conservative or too risky in terms of my approach to trading, and why? 3, what are my strengths and weaknesses as a trader, but more broadly as a human being? 4, what limiting beliefs do I have about myself, about the market, or about trading in general that might be holding me back? Number 5, what external factors, such as market conditions or economic events, that I'm using as an excuse for not achieving my trading goals? 6, what is in my control to change? What isn't? 7, what steps can I take to improve my trading psychology and technical skills? 8, am I setting realistic and achievable trading goals? 9, what is it about losses that upset me so much and why? 10, what would happen if I wasn't so afraid of losses? 11, am I being consistent in my trading approach, or am I consistently changing strategies? 12, what personal factors or life factors are affecting my ability to focus on trading and on making sound decisions? Now, reflecting on those questions and being honest with yourself is absolutely key. Your answers will help you identify beliefs, excuses, patterns, right, and stories that aren't conducive to market success. And reflecting on those answers will kickstart real change. And I mean real change in your trading psychology. And from there, I invite you to reflect on the next set of transformative questions. Number 1, what do I want to achieve in trading starting right now? Number 2, what belief do I want to embody as of today? 3, what will I no longer tolerate in my trading? 4, what are 3 concrete action steps that I can take every day or week or month that will keep me moving in the right direction? And last, how can I stick with those steps through thick and thin? As of today, I want you to reject the mindless path. Most people are living on autopilot. In some sense, a destination was set for them at birth, and sort of map was given to them by parents, schools, and society at large. And as a result, their actions became sort of mechanical. Okay, they became another cog in the wheel, another cog in the machine. And like that, they go through life without consciously thinking about the decisions they make or the actions they take. They simply follow that predetermined path that has been laid out for them. So what I'm asking you here is to reject that mindless path and that mindless mode of being. Okay? If you're serious about trading, if you're really serious about it, you must do that. You must reject that path, and you must look within yourself and take control of your own life, because the status quo won't cut it. All right? It doesn't work. Now, I understand looking within yourself can be a difficult process. It can be daunting because not everything about ourselves, not everything that we discover within when we look within ourselves, not everything is beautiful, not everything is shiny, right? And not everything is polished. There are a lot of unskillful aspects to our being. There's also a lot of pain that resides in our minds and our hearts, because life isn't what you would call fair, okay? And facing all of that requires a lot of courage, because it's uncomfortable, but it's ultimately a rewarding journey, I would say, as it allows you to overcome, the internal obstacles that are hindering your success in trading and in life. Face your fear and the death of fear is certain. Ever heard of that saying? Well, that's exactly what I mean here. Face your fear and the death of fear is assured. And let me give you a concrete example to make things a little bit more vivid for you. I've worked with a trader, a high net worth individual who trades US stocks, basically the first hour of the New York opening. He trades a very rudimentary trading strategy. He identifies the long-term trend based on a weekly chart, and then he zooms in on the 5-minute chart and places his trades in the direction of the longer-term trend. And he does that with a tight stop right on the first hour low. I mean, as you can imagine, given how tight his stop is, he spends his time reaping losses, day after day after day. When he's wrong, I mean, he's wrong fast. But when he's right, he can stay in that trade for months and ride that sucker to Valhalla. But this trader was constantly plagued by the fear of giving back open profits, which often led him to close his positions prematurely with such a low win percentage. I mean, small profits just don't cut it, as you can imagine. He needs those occasional monster profits to nullify those many small losses. So our work together consisted of identifying his limiting beliefs and emotional triggers, and through a series of coaching sessions, I helped him reframe his mindset and de-energize some unproductive beliefs that he had about himself, about the market, and about trading in general. And I helped him develop a more positive and a more carefree approach to trade outcomes. I introduced specific techniques to help him manage his emotions and reduce stress overall. And now, I mean, he's a more confident and disciplined trader despite the presence of uncertainty. And if he had continued with the same kind of behavior and mindset that were getting him the results he got previously, I mean, he would have continued to struggle. He would still be stuck at the same level year after year. So when I say that when your trading psychology reaches a new level, so will your trading, this isn't a platitude. This is something that you have to understand and you have to work on. So what beliefs or narratives are holding you back in the market? Ask yourself this question. Take some time to reflect and to write down your answers to these questions. Take charge today, okay? And step into that new version of yourself, because so much more is possible, okay? And so much more awaits you in terms of growth and success.